Good morning. I am Todd Carter with the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. I am the designated hearing officer for this hearing. I would like to welcome each of you to the hearing today. The subject of the hearing is the proposed amendments to ADM Administrative Code Rules 335-5. Notice of the date, time, place, and purpose of this hearing was published in the Coleman Times, the Tuscaloosa News, the Call News, and the Montgomery Advertiser on August the 23rd, 2023. Copies of the certifications of these publications are submitted for the hearing record as exhibits C1 through C4. In addition, on September the 1st, 2023, the department caused the same notice to be sent to approximately 2,781 individuals and organizations requesting notice of rulemaking. A listing of those individuals and organizations is marked and submitted as Exhibit C5. One copy of the proposed rules was filed with the Administrative Procedures Division of the Legislative Service Agency, and a copy was furnished to the Joint Committee on Administrative Regulation Review on August the 21st, 2023. A copy of the notice was also published in the Alabama Administrative Monthly, Volume 41, Issue 11, on August the 31st, 2023. These facts are attested to by Othni Latham, Director of the Legislative Services Agency, by affidavit which is submitted for the hearing record as Exhibit C6. Copies of the proposed rules have been available for inspection by the public at ADM field offices in Birmingham, Mobile, and Decatur, and ADM offices in Montgomery. The proposed regulation changes have also been available on the ADM internet site at adm.alabama.gov. A copy of the proposed rules is submitted for the hearing record as Exhibit B1. A copy of the summary of reasons supporting adoption of the rules is submitted for the hearing record as Exhibit B2. The hearing is being conducted to provide the public an opportunity to present data, views, questions, and arguments on the proposed rules. It is open to the public, and anyone wishing to present oral testimony or a written statement may do so. Persons who have not previously advised the hearing officer of their intent to give oral testimony should complete a registration card and present it to the representative at the registration table. All verbal and written comments received today and during the public notice period will become part of the hearing record. The information in the record will be used in evaluating the proposed rules. Lengthy statements containing considerable technical or other significant data should be submitted for the record in writing. Summaries of such statements may be presented orally. All testimony and written statements should be as factual as possible and should address the subject of this hearing. The hearing is not intended as a question and answer session, and persons giving testimony will not be subjected to questioning of the public. They may, however, be questioned by the hearing officer or any other representative of the Department of Environmental Management to clarify points and to develop a better understanding of the information being presented. We will now proceed to the principal purpose of today's hearing, the receipt of public comments. I would ask that each person making a statement please step to the podium, state your name, and any interest or organization that you represent. This hearing is being recorded by a court reporter, and a transcript will be included in the public record. I'm requesting that everyone limit your comments to 5 minutes, since I have asked for lengthy statements to be submitted in writing. The order of appearance for persons giving oral testimony will be as follows. First, a representative of the Department of Environmental Management, then public officials, then members of the public in the order they filed registration cards to give oral testimony. I will now recognize Ms. Lynn Roper, Chief of the Office of Land Services, to present a statement on behalf of the Department of Environmental Management.
Good morning. My name is Lynn Roper, and I am the Chief of the Office of Land Services within the Land Division of the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. I'm going to provide a brief summary of the reasons supporting the proposed revisions to the ADM Administrative Code Division 335-5, Uniform Environmental Covenants Regulations. Under the provisions of the Alabama Environmental Management Act, 22-22A, Code of Alabama, 1975, as amended, the Department of Environmental Management was given the authority to adopt rules, regulations, and standards in order to carry out the provisions and intent of Chapter 22A. The Administrative Procedures Act, Section 41-22-4, requires each agency to adopt the rules of practice, setting forth the nature and requirements of all formal and informal procedures available. Revisions to the ADM Administrative Code, Division 335-5, are being proposed to comply with updated or revised state law through Act 2012-317 of the 2012 Alabama Legislative Session and Act 2023-378 and Act 2023-390 from the 2023 Alabama Legislative Session. Specifically, changes include updating the definition related to environmental response projects and amending the requirements for covenant contents to include a provision to release grantors from future claims by grantees and their successors. The purpose of today's hearing is to provide an opportunity to receive public comment regarding the revisions as noted. The department welcomes your input to this process and will consider all technical comments prior to making a final decision concerning the revision of these regulations. The department will also provide a response to each comment and those requesting specific notice of our decision. Thank you.
Okay. Do we have any elected officials with us today? There being none, I will move on to public comment. I have not received any registration cards of persons indicating they wish to speak today. Is there anyone who has not had a chance to complete a card who wishes to speak at this time? Let the record reflect that there has been no response. The final hearing record, will include a transcript of this hearing, all written submissions and exhibits, and a response by the department to each relevant comment received by the hearing officer before 5 p.m. today, Thursday, October the 12th, 2023, at the ADM offices in Montgomery. After consideration of all oral and written comments, the department will make a determination regarding possible revisions to the proposed rules and prepare a response to all relevant comments received. When a final decision has been made, the department will forward the final draft of the proposed rules, as may be revised, the hearing record, and if conflicting views are submitted, a concise statement of the principal reasons for and against adoption of the proposed rules and the reasons for overruling any considerations used against their adoption to the Environmental Management Commission for its consideration and possible adoption. Once complete, this record will be available for public inspection in the office of the Department of Environmental Management in Montgomery. Thank you for your attendance and participation today. This hearing is adjourned.
You're trying to make it look like we're looking at people.
Yeah.